had to restart this video because there's so many thoughts, like 5 times, so many thoughts in my head that I'm trying to keep together and go to A to B in this subject. This video is brought to you by the fact that some point-and-click dispatching woman on TikTok who doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about decided to go off because her man got stuck in Wyoming for 6 days. That point where it was shut down for 6 days. Okay, so she wanted to sit there with an attitude. I say with my whole chest, fuck the Wyoming DOT. I say with my whole chest, your husband's a fucking idiot. If you get stuck in Wyoming, it is 100% on you. You can disagree all you want, but that is facts. That is 100% on you. Days before a storm hits, you can know about it. It's not that hard. The WyoDOT website, or WyoRoads website, keeps you updated days in advance of when a winter event's coming, or when a wind event is coming. Basic radars, the weather radar app, the NOAA fucking wind map that I use constantly to see what the gusts are going to be at when I'm going through that state. You can find out days in advance whether or not a storm's coming, whether or not there's going to be a wind event, whether or not it could potentially shut down the interstate. Okay? It is not hard to route around this shit. It's not. In the whole time I've been driving, and I'm talking since I've had my original driver's license all the way into my CDL, and I've been out here almost 8 years, so not that long, but still almost 8 years. I have only ever gotten caught with my dick out in Wyoming twice, and it was both my fault. Both times was my fault. I went into it knowing full well there's a pretty good chance they were going to shut it down. My fault. Not Wyoming's fault, not the plow driver's fault, not anything like that, okay? Now, do we not have enough plows? Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. I will. We need more plows. We really do need more plows, and we need more people to work them plows. At the same point, we also need drivers, because it's literally been an average of 2 plows a year that you fucking steering wheel holders have hit and totaled. An average of 2 a year since I've been out here, since 2015. 15? Is that what I got? Fuck, I did get squirrel. Since I've been out here, that y'all have totaled. You steering wheel holders have fucking totaled. Because you're not paying attention, you're in a big ass goddamn hurry, and you end up taking out a plow, sometimes taking out the plow driver with you. You fucking dickheads. Wyoming is not that hard to drive on. The issue is you as a driver. Okay, I don't want to hear Wyoming don't use salt. Yeah, the fuck they do. When the temperatures allow, because here's another thing you can fucking Google it, a very basic Google search. Salt freezes. It's only effective to a certain temperature. That's where you see the sand mixtures. And the sand is the sand shit, salt, and I think like beet juice or some other something that makes it to where it's a lower temperature before it freezes, but the sand adds traction. Another thing is, most of you that are wrecking or losing traction or putting in the ditch don't know the difference between ice, snowpack, or the difference in fucking how snow reacts underneath your tires compared to Wyoming and Colorado. You don't know the difference. Most of you have gotten lucky. Some of you found out the hard way, and the rest actually know what the fuck they're doing, hopefully. This shit is not that hard. Wyoming shuts down because you're fucking stupid. It's all these 50, 60, whatever fucking vehicle pileups, and y'all want to blame the state for why drivers are goddamn stupid? Get fucked. Get fucked. Every one of those wrecks happened because the driver was goddamn stupid. These roads are so fucking easy to get across. Now, am I breaking land speed records getting across them? No, because I'm not a moron. How this last shutdown that happened, fuck, what was it, over the weekend? Was it the weekend? Hold on, let me look at my calendar. Yeah, that squeaked by there on the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. Okay, at 4:30 in the morning, I got up and left Rollins, right? Headed eastbound, over Elk Mountain. Blowing blowing snow, snow-packed roads, and ice, I was averaging 35 to 40 miles an hour. Oh, your road hazard. The speed was marked through Elk Mountain because they have digital speed limit boards to tell you how fast you should be going because of how shitty the roads can be. They were 45. So I was averaging 35 to 40 miles an hour. Just putting my way along. There was 2 of us that made it across that fucker before they shut it down. There was no trucks headed in my direction, and there was one headed the opposite direction. Other than that, all I seen was cops get ready to shut shit down. Because they know you fucking idiots. As soon as y'all actually wake up and start rolling, it's only a matter of time before you pile it up. That's what you've shown over and over and over and over again. And y'all are supposed to be the professionals, so that's why you think you can speed on this kind of shit. And then you get hit with the winds, or the blowing snow, or a legitimate ice patch. And what do? One of the worst things you can do when you break traction, you hit your brakes. Okay, your tire, and this is another thing I've tried talking about a year ago, a couple years ago. Your tire, if you go outside and look at them now, how the bottom, where the tire's making contact, is the little flat spot where your tire's making contact with the ground. That's your contact patch, right? Okay, you have knobbies, your little knobs all over your tires, right? The little lugs, the tire pattern, the tread pattern. The fuck, man, words are hard. The tread pattern that create those like lugs, I guess you can call it, in the tread pattern. Okay, got to think of those as kind of like, especially on these conditions of like fingers trying to grab. Okay, so when those fingers lose traction and they can't grab anything, and you hit the brakes, now they're locked up. Now that tire can't roll. Now you're still sliding. If that tire can't roll, those fingers can't try to find traction again. Does this make sense to you? That's why when you're rolling along, going downhill, flat, whatever, and you feel the truck lose traction, you guys panic and hit the brakes. You wonder why you end up in the median or the ditch. You did it. You did it. I felt my trucks lose traction before. You know what I did? I got off the throttle. I steered out of it. I didn't hit my brakes. I know better. I steered out of the shit. Didn't wreck, didn't put it in the ditch, nothing. Yeah, sometimes you are going fast enough to where you lose traction. It's going to be a bad time. But one of the worst things you can fucking do is hit your brakes. Because now you just took those tires that are rolling with a chance to get traction again. And now they're sliding. Now they're just skis. There's no chance for them to get traction again. What, you think they're going to magically find some asphalt and then the friction traction is going to take over? No. And I know I'm going to get some smoke on this video, but I'm not wrong. I'm not fucking wrong. Wyoming's not the problem. Y'all are just fucking stupid. Another thing I can't stand is how, like, I route around the closures quite often. It's fucking easy. It is so goddamn easy to route around this shit. And I'll get on the CB and I'll see everyone shut down at a truck stop and I key up and I tell them to route around it, right? I'm trying to help and it never fails. Every fucking time. There's this one voice. I think we all know the voice. Let's see if I can get it right. Oh, this load don't pay good enough for me to add more miles to it. You mean to tell me you're such a shitty operator that you won't take a few cent a mile cutoff to go ahead and save your week? You rather just sit on that load for a whole week? You're fucking winning, my guy. Oh, goddamn, you showed me. Fucking loser. And then it's also the same kind of guy that wants to bitch. The goddamn insurance broker got, you know, the guy's got all the excuses in the world as to why he's not making money. That dude, you know, the CB Rambo, truck stop Rambo motherfuckers. Okay, Wyoming is not hard. It's not. Like I said, 2 times in the whole time I've been out here that I've actually been shut down. So, 1 second. All right, so sorry, I had an interruption, but also to take into effect, take into thought, with this last big shutdown, the 6-day shutdown, if you've seen the pictures of the drifts, there's no keeping up with 70, 80 mile an hour winds across Elk Mountain. There's not. So all of you, like that fucking point and click dispatcher in South Dakota, they're like, oh, I live in the Dakotas, I live in Montana, I live in... It's not the same. It's not the same weather. It's not the same temperatures. Nothing is the same. Wyoming is its own fucking unique little patch of mayhem when it comes to weather. Okay, so quit trying to compare Wyoming to everything else. Here recently, there was a wind map coming out when we had a wind event. 70-mile-an-hour gusts across Elk Mountain. This meteorologist pulled up a whole fucking map of the United States that showed gusting winds and shit like that, you know, like high force winds. Right there in Elk Mountain was the only part of the whole country that was being hit. It was fucking nuts. So quit blaming Wyoming for why you're a shitty operator. Quit blaming Wyoming for why you're a shitty driver. Now, if you're a company guy and they tell you that's the route you got to get stick to, that I can see you actually getting fucked over in. That I can. But if you can choose your own route, the fuck you doing? Why are you choosing to get stuck? Dumbass. Even then, this shit is not that hard. Slow the fuck down. You know, you get there a lot faster if you slow down and don't cause a wreck than you would if you cause a wreck and shut the whole fucking interstate down. This ain't one of those fucking get across as quick as you can and hope you make it. It is so fucking easy to drive in these road conditions, but y'all are too goddamn stupid. I think that's all I got to say for now. I think that's all I want to say. Like I said, there's like 2 of us that got across Elk Mountain that day before they shut down over the weekend, and it was easy. So, say what you want about me, say what you want about Wyoming, but you know I'm not wrong. Y'all be good.